Let's see. So this squad that we've got at the moment, I was looking at it before, and I know we were awful last season, and we were absolutely rubbish in the league anyway. I mean, in Europe, we were actually pretty decent. And I went to a lot of the European games last season. I was at the Lyon game, and I was at the Bilbao game, and there were moments there we played quite well. But what I'm saying is the squad is actually teeming with talent. And the two main issues that we had last season was, one, there was a big tactical overhaul. Not just a big tactical overhaul, but an attitude overhaul as well. Rúben Amorim cleaned house, and he changed everything drastically. In fact, one could argue he changed too much too soon, which was a far cry from what previous managers did. But it could be what Manchester United need. So I'm not saying this to criticise him. I'm just saying it as a fact, right? He changed a lot last season, so it took a while for that squad to get used to it. And I would argue they didn't get used to that new system until about March time, really. Okay? So that's number one. And because of that, we shipped a lot of players out. You know, they just basically got booted out, like Rashford, for instance, most famously. And secondly, because we got rid of Rashford, obviously, and because we couldn't sort of, it took them ages to get used to that system, we couldn't score goals. So we needed to get used to the tactics, and we need to score goals. Now, outside of that, the team is full of talent. Now, I think we have gotten used to this new formation, right? I think we have. But I just want to go through the squad just to see where we need to improve, okay? So we'll start with the goalkeepers. I mean, we've got Bayinda, Tom Heaton and Onana. Well, I've just been on a rant there about we need Donnarumma in, so that's certainly an area for concern, okay? We definitely need to improve the goalkeeping situation. Simple as that. Whether or not we do, I don't know yet, but that's certainly an area for concern. So I think we're in agreement on there. Now, defence. Now, when I talk about defence, I'm talking about the three at the back. Okay, I'm not talking about the wing backs. I'm talking about the three at the back. Now, the players that can play three at the back, we've got Mazraoui, De Ligt, Maguire, Martinez, Lenny Yoro, Luke Shaw, Aiden Heaven. That's 7 players. Now, Mazraoui, just on a little side note, Mazraoui and Luke Shaw can play at the full-back positions as well. But I think that's quite a good defence. We've got some top-level defenders there, as in Matthijs de Ligt. We've got some experience there in Maguire and Martinez as well. Martinez is a decent player if he can stay fit. But we've also got some potentially exciting world-class young defenders there. Lenny Yoro was class towards the end of last season, and Aiden Heaven looked pretty decent as well. So I like that defence. I think that defence just needs worked on. I don't think it needs any more additions at centre-back. I think that's fine for now, and we'll see how we get on with them next season. Okay. Now, in terms of the wing-back position, I mean, we've got Dalot, we've got Dorgu, we've got that Diego Leon as well, and also, it seems, based on pre-season so far, that Rúben Amorim is trying out Amad Diallo at right wing-back, which I think is a good thing, to be fair, because we do need some more attacking impetus on the flanks. And we've got too many players that play in number 10 now. So if we just shift Amad Diallo to right wing-back and teach him how to do that, and we play him alongside, say, well, a defender that's got a little bit of pace on the right side of the 3 centre-backs, then that might just be a nice little partnership You know, like maybe stick Mazraoui in there. So it might be, say, Mazraoui, De Ligt and Yoro or something like that. Or even Yoro, De Ligt and Martinez. I think that's pretty decent. And I think Diogo Dalot and Amad Diallo fighting it out for that right wing back position, I think that's all right. I don't think we need any sort of major surgery there at this point. I think that's fair. Now, Dorgu looked all right last season. Very raw, very athletic, put the effort in. He needs to work on his technique and his crossing. Fair enough. So he's not quite there yet. But a pre-season, he might be all right. And let's have a little look at this Diego Leon. I mean, I don't know too much about him. I haven't seen too much about him just yet. But maybe if he's a backup to Dorgu. And plus, don't forget, we've got Luke Shaw as well. So if he can stay fit, I think we're good at left wing back as well. Because Luke Shaw, if he's fit and trim, he's as good as anyone at left wing back in the league anyway, you know. So I think we're good there. So goalkeeping definitely is improved. Defence, I think we're all right. I think we are all right. Now, midfield. So ideally, in midfield, we need a more defensive central midfielder, but we need one that can sort of link the midfield to the attack a little bit. So on paper, for me, it's Ugarte and Mainoo, okay, to start next season. And then that would leave Mason Mount and Casemiro to back those two up. But according to this, it's got Bruno Fernandes in midfield. Now, they're not dropping Bruno because Bruno is still our best player and he's our club captain. So where's he going to play? That's the interesting thing. Is he going to play in central midfield or is he going to play at number 10? Personally, I would play Bruno Fernandes at number 10. But we'll see. But I think if we've got Casemiro, who is there as sort of the wise old head, that, you know, as a squad player basically, that'll step in as and when needed, perhaps coaches up Ugarte, teaches him how to be a top level central midfielder. We've got Kobbie Mainoo and Mason Mount fighting it out for the other central midfield berth. I think that's quite good, to be fair. I don't think that needs major surgery because we can also slot Bruno in there and we can also slot Toby Collier in there as well, just to give them, you know, just to sort of bolster it up a little bit. So I don't think any major surgery needs to happen there. Now, if someone lands on our lap, like if miraculously Jude Bellingham decides that he wants to sign for Man United and he wants to play in central midfield, then fair enough. Fair enough. But as it stands, I don't think we are desperate on that front. So, we need to improve the goalkeeping. The defence is fine. Wing-backs seem fine for now. I'm not saying we're going to win the Premier League, but we're fine for now. And central midfield seems fine for now. Now that leaves the 3 forwards. So that's 2 number 10s and 1 number 9. Now, for the number 10 positions, that leaves Matheus Cunha, Bruno Fernandes, Bryan Mbeumo, and Mason Mount can play there too. I mean, that's all right. That seems good to me. We're okay at number 10. And that leaves Rasmus Højlund and Joshua Zirkzee to fight it out for that number 9 position. I don't know. On paper, it seems to me that the only pressing position that Manchester United need to improve now, it's not actually number 9. Now that we've got Cunha and Bryan Mbeumo, who can also play up front. Whatever money we have left should be focused on signing a goalkeeper. That's what it seems to me. Everywhere else, if people play to their strengths and if everyone plays to their potential and they all put the effort in. They've all got a positive attitude. They hit the ground running, and they work hard, and they give their all. There's no reason why that squad can't finish, or at the very least, challenge for top 4. But that's the Big D's brutally honest opinion. If someone lands on our lap, if Erling Haaland decides he wants to jump to the other side of Manchester, then great, fair enough, stick him in there. But I don't think we should be forking out 80 million on a striker that we don't really want or really need.